Hello everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're going to be making carrot cake. I've had so many requests to make carrot cake, and I just wanted to say that I really appreciate all the requests, and I promise you that they'll be coming. But just be a little patient with me because I have so many requests. In fact, if you can see that list over there, that's just the one part of the list that I have up there. So whatever you've requested, I promise you it will come, but just be patient with me. So let me explain you what all we're gonna need as far as the ingredients. Preheat your oven at 400 degrees and let's get started. So now we're gonna need 2 bowls. You're gonna need one for the dry ingredients. You're gonna need one for the wet ingredients. Into the dry ingredients here, I have 1.5 cups of wheat flour. Now you can use all-purpose flour, but I tried this recipe a couple times and I did realize that for me, I love the wheat flour taste in it. So it's up to you. You can decide whatever you want to use. Now, we're going to be using half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now you can add more if you like. We're going to be using half a teaspoon of nutmeg, or you could also use allspice if you want. We're going to be using a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, pinch of salt. I have here 1.5 cups of walnuts. Now you're going to think that this is a lot, but seriously, I love walnuts in my carrot cake. So I'm going to add 1.5 cups. If you want to bring that down to a cup, that's completely up to you. I have here 3/4 cup of black raisins. Now you could also substitute craisins for this, or any other flavored craisins if you like. You could do that. I have here 1.5 cups of shredded carrots, and I've done this in my food processor and I've just shredded them. We're gonna need 3 eggs. We're gonna need 3/4 cup of brown sugar. We're gonna need 1 stick of butter, which is 8 tablespoons of butter. And then half a cup of milk. And that's about it. Now let's get started mixing all these ingredients up. Half teaspoon cinnamon, ke ardhi chamchi taj. Ardhi chamchi jaifar, or half a teaspoon of nutmeg. A teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, 1 chamchi baking powder. एक चमची baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking soda, pinch of salt, खाली थोड़ी खान, नमक, walnuts. Okay, अखरोट, mix. So now we're going to be mixing our wet ingredients together. So I'm gonna add my butter and sugar, and I'm going to beat this, and then gradually we'll add the eggs. So you can see that I've combined and creamed my butter and sugar really well. So at this point now we're gonna go ahead and add the eggs and the milk, and then we'll beat it again before we add the dry ingredients in. So I'm just adding my eggs in one at a time, and you want to use a different bowl to break your eggs in, because I hardly get any bad eggs, but you just want to make sure that none of all the eggs are going to be good, otherwise all your mixture is going to go bad. So we're going to do this. I'm going to give it a little mix and then add the milk in. Add our milk in, give everything just a good mix. All right, now I'm just going to combine everything together really well. Add our carrots in there. Mix that well. Raisins. So I've added all the raisins and the carrots in there, and now I'm just folding everything in and adding my flour. Okay. Now at this time you don't want to beat the mixture up too much. So I mixed the mixture and I feel like the mixture is a little bit too thick, so I'm just going to add about 2 tablespoons of milk in there. And this can happen because it just depends on your wheat flour. Sometimes I've changed the wheat flour that I was using last time when I made this recipe, so it can happen. So I've started spooning my mixture in a 9-inch pan, and this is a springform pan, but you can really use anything. You can use heart-shaped pans, whatever you like. This is going to go into our oven for 20 minutes or until a wooden stick toothpick inserted in it comes out clean. So I'll see you guys back here in about 20 minutes. Making cream cheese frosting. For the cream cheese frosting, you're going to need 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese, 1 tablespoon unsalted butter, 1 cup of confectioner's sugar or icing sugar or powdered sugar, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, pinch of salt, and about 1/3 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. And we're just going to blend all these ingredients together. So you can see that I have mixed all my ingredients together. I'm sorry about the noise. You want to give this a taste test, and you want to make sure that it's light enough for you and it is sweet enough for you. I think it's perfect, but you can always add more whipping cream to make it even lighter. And you can also increase the amount of powdered sugar if you want it sweeter. And I'm guessing you might want it sweeter. I liked that it's not very sweet. So basically this is done. I'm going to keep it aside and I'm going to wait for our cake to come out. So this is going to go on. Cake is done. It took longer than 20 minutes. It took 35 minutes, and I'll tell you why. The first time I had done a couple times, I had put it in a square or rectangle container, so the cake was thinner. So just keep in mind that when you are making the cake, the type of pan you use might alter, but the best thing is just stick a toothpick in there, and if it comes out clean, it's done. So we're just going to quickly put the frosting on it, and I did cut the top layer of it because I wanted a flat surface, and the cake is amazing, but we will cut into it and I'll show you how it looks like. So we've got it all done. I'm not going to go anything fancy with this. And I've got a little bit left over, so when you're making it, just so that you know. Now let's cut into it and see what it looks like. You could throw some flaked coconut on it. I think it would be amazing, but it's amazing on its own. Look at how soft and moist it is. Full of the walnuts in there and the raisins. It's super amazing. I'm gonna give it a bite. You can tell that I'm taking a big bite, and I'm cheating because I haven't had dinner yet. So you know, I'm gonna save a lot of money, because when you go out, a slice of carrot cake is about $4.99. Now that I really know how amazing this carrot cake turns out, it's gonna be homemade all the time. That vanilla in our frosting is amazing. I didn't put any vanilla in the cake because I already had the cinnamon and the nutmeg flavor in there. It tastes so amazing. So the vanilla that we put into the frosting is really coming through. Super amazing. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. See you then, friends. Look at how soft and moist it is. Full of raisins and what did we put in, Hassan?